It worked, trying to fix it together, trying to get it going the right direction, led by Ricky Holden.
And Justin Davis gets the start instead of Rapp. We do expect Rapp to play. Did not play on Thursday, and they lost against UTRGV. So Bakersfield with the possession first. Here's Briggs. They really count on him to do big things. He needs to stay out of foul trouble. Goes right at Jones.
This offseason, getting himself in shape and really good physical condition. He's having a real solid season.
Knocked away in the loss against the Vaqueros. Set a season high, a career high, 18 points. 35 minutes of work on Thursday. Did have 4 turnovers, however. Motaz Ali. Jump hook doesn't go. Briggs with an offensive rebound.
An extra possession, something you don't normally see against the Aggies. They don't give up a lot of extra possessions off the glass.
I spoke to Coach Rod Barnes, who's done a magnificent job. This year, they're really young. Message to his team as we have another look.
Well, you see the foul, the reach in right there. Bump with the body on Jameer. +9, +8 in the rebound. And a lot of that comes on the offensive end with Jones and Eli Chua off the bench as well.
Yeah, Jones is the greatest rebounder at the WAC, one of the top in the nation. And there's a block by Nadir. Here is Lofton coming off that 29-point performance at GCU. Wilkins misses on a 3.
Going for a loose ball. You don't want to see it, but look at this shot block. We're not so sure if Joyner thought he had lost.
And they've got those lean bodies. A lob,
again, Sean Briggs showing his versatility.
And a near turnover at half court. That's what folks came to see. They want to see more of that.
Came to see that. They came to see solid defense.
Wilkins lost out of bounds with a knock.
Power forward starting the break, bringing it down the floor for the flush. That was awesome.
The length. Deep 3, and that is...
Take the time and get a good shot. Not a good shot.
You want to mention tonight's officials, Ronnie Hernandez, Juan Corral, and Kurt Walker. Holden for 3, and
it's a good-looking shot. You choose to go underneath the screen. That's what happens. You leave too much room for the shooter. You don't get a good early hedge.
There's Harris. Lofton with that step back.
Can get off of the floor as well. Very tough to guard.
A graduate transfer. He was the SWAC Player of the Year at a Texas Southern. And he has been a great addition for Coach Jans. That was a nice recruiting job there. Briggs for 3. A rebound by Jones. He's got... Oh, the no-look inside.
Finish right there. Mary Jones with a great pass. And I tell you what, to catch that deep underneath and still have enough touch to get it up and in, that's a good finish. One thing I love about watching these two teams play against each other is on the defensive end. And I tell you what, all the top teams in this conference in the WAC play solid defense. So your kids at home watch the defensive stances, the closeouts, all those little things that you're supposed to do defensively.
Had to beat the buzzer, and it was just short that time by Davis. Mexico State a chance to take the lead on this possession as we're inside 16 minutes in the first half of play. Bakersfield, they do not want to drop to 0-3 in conference play. Remember last year they were 12-2 in conference, and they won the regular season title. Contested 3 does not fall. Jones offensive rebound. Nothing new about that. He's going to jack up a 3, and that is off the mark. Shooting the 3 ball. He does well in practice, but in the games it hasn't happened yet.
It's all shot selection. That's not a good shot there. It's not in rhythm. It's not coming off of something. It was almost you got the rebound, so you decided to shoot it.
Briggs misses inside, trying to get a... And we're back and quickly out of Dayton, Ohio. First lead of the game for New Mexico State. Joyner, coach in SEC history, to be the... Here is Jarkel Joyner, the freshman. 1990. That's going back to when they were in Division II. Quite a feat for that young man. Again, they play a ton of freshmen. Here's Chua inside. Knocked away by Brent Rapp, who makes an appearance here.
Good to see him out on the floor. He's been a little under weather, but this is the leader of this ball club.
Active leader in assists in the WAC. He is the second leading assist man in Bakersfield history. Outside chance to catch the leader. That three does not fall. Davis battles Lofton for the rebound. It's going to stay here with the runners. 14:02 left on the clock, but boy, Rapp has just meant so much to this program, and the offense looked a little lost and disjointed against UTRGV, even though they did put up some points. I mean, they scored 74. When you think of Bakersfield, you do think of defense and, every possession's tight,
Right.
On a national championship. Played soccer growing up.
Tell you what, that balance, that body control, that's where a lot of kids learn it early on.
Here. Bakersfield by 1 as we approach 13 minutes. Rapp gives it up. There's Davis. It was blocked. And
solid defense, and you turn around and foul a jump.
Justin Davis. Look at the foul.
Yeah, he gets a little bit.
So again, he got the start tonight again for Rapp. He's been bothered by that stomach bug. And I was told a wave of nausea hit him right before the game. Here's the lob and intercepts the pass. Chua is fun to watch when he gets on the block.
He has a great knack around the basket.
Buchanan gives up. He's got it now. Tough matchup as he lost it inside. Hit the underneath part of the rim, and then Rapp is. He baited him into that foul.
Crafty is exactly right. He actually curled back around.
That foul, no doubt about it. And the possession before. There is Rapp working on Buchanan. Briggs. Chua on him. Offensive foul is going to be called on.
Might not normally call. He created a foul for himself as well.
And I thought he might have got away with a walk, too, earlier in that possession. McCants. Here's Chua. Otaz on him. Here comes the double. Knock out of his hands and another turnover. And this is something New Mexico State did at GCU in that first half. Joyner inside. And the
I didn't think so either. I thought it was on the way off. Well, let's probably take a look.
A few scores here in the WAC. Seattle U. Another win is McCants inside was blocked by Motaz Ali. Seattle U beat UMKC by 2. And Utah Valley up 20 on Chicago State. And Grand Canyon is up by 10 on UTRGV at half. And they
do a good job. You can see it's already contentious on the floor.
Holden gives it up. Joyner. Shot clock nearing 10. Leads the team at 10.9 points. Lost it with 3. Briggs sees the clock. He's got to get up. He does with 1. And suddenly, the runners are up 6. Jones for 3. And that one's off the mark, knocked away. Ali was in the area, but Briggs picks up his first personal foul. Lofton. Davis on him defensively, gives it up. Here is Buchanan.
I like the fact that Lofton is being extremely patient with the game, not trying to force a ton play. But nonetheless, he reached. That's why the call was made. And as a big man, you can't waste fouls out there at the three-point line reaching.
That one was
We've seen some really good use of the window.
Years. Understand one more coming up from Jarkel Joyner.
Fine.
Had 12 points in the loss against UTRGV. Inside, here's Wilkins. Doubled back outside to Buchanan. Sometimes they want him to be a little bit more assertive. Here's Jones again from the outside. Rapp comes up with it. So Jones, we've seen him take a couple of outside jumpers here. And certainly he can hit those, but sometimes more effective when he goes inside. Joyner, so effective around the rim. Davis goes straight up. Left it short off the iron. Jones with another rebound. Looking to push. Three ball on the way. Does not fall by Keon Jones. Junior out of Dorchester, Massachusetts. Here's McCall in the lane. Oh, beautiful.
It's a strong finish right there.
Well, he had a great putback dunk on Thursday against the Vaqueros. And that's more his game. Around the basket, around the rim, as Jones lays it up and in.
Well, he's so quick, and you look at his size. They list him at 6'5". He doesn't even look that tall, but he's such a great leaper and a quick leaper off the floor.
Holden. No hesitation on that three. Harris comes up with it. 16-10. An offensive struggle for both sides.
Well, you got to give some of that credit to the defense. They're playing really hard. Good.
They want him to play, unlike his personality. He's very kind of a soft-spoken, never raises his voice. They want him to be a little bit more aggressive and assertive. He does a nice job knocking down that mid-range jumper.
Woeful thus far. Well, that's because of solid defense. But you look at the rebounding totals. -2 right now for New Mexico State. They're usually +8. That's the level they play at. They're getting outboarded right now.
And that was the key for Coach Bo. Oh, I love it. Good to be back with. Yeah, it should only be 2 free throws here. Jans is not pleased. Now you're going to see well inside. I mean, it's not even close.
Almost a foot and a half inside.
Okay, so they do shoot 2. So 17-12. Here's Wilkins high off the glass. Rapp with another rebound. Looking to push. Here's McCall. Davis has it in the corner. Back to Rapp.
Good closer. Hedge out.
Davis. Reach in there by Harris. Knocked it out. 7 minutes here in the first half. Now this is what we're accustomed with Bakersfield. Deep in the shot clock. Work it in. Joyner down to 3. Tough shot, Mississippi.
6 points in the first half. And
Jones. Here's Chua. You can see he's saying it was still going up.
I mean, what is it?
They have replay here. There've been 2, in my mind, controversial calls. They have not checked with replay. Oh, what a move by Joyner. Left it short, though.
Love the way he attacks.
Jones, the lob. Too strong, however. Missing at the rim and is saved by the Aggies. Jones pushing. Lofton has it in the corner.
A little bit out of control.
You saw the field goal attempts and makes moments ago. Approaching 5 minutes.
See right there with the shove as a pass. He had him far enough away from the basket. In the Rick Barry style, the granny shots.
Under 5.5 to play in this first half. And they're down the lane. If you touch the rim when that ball is up in the air, sometimes you don't get that call. McCall lost it, and they're able to save it to Jones. Rapp picks him up defensively. Well done again by the veteran, and then out.
Just getting ahead of themselves. I mean, just slow down. Slow down. You haven't played well. Slow down and try to get something really good. Trying to make the spectacular play, just make the right play.
Now this team has been on an incredible tear. 14-3, knocking off a top 10 team. And for something like 36, this is the last of an 8-game road stand.
I think it is
37 games away from the Pan American Center. And yet they're having this much success.
And that's why you can't panic. And that's why they won't panic, is because they're comfortable. That is
5-point game in the Icardo Center. A turnover. Jones, a major call, although that one probably hurt.
Well, he loses the ball. He's a little bit out of control. Loses the ball.
So 3:35 left here in the first half, and it's been all Bakersfield is David.
Yeah, they've come out and played extremely hard. They've turned it into one of those ugly games. Forced New Mexico State into a number of turnovers and missed opportunities.
Here's Lofton. Perhaps he might get things. And again, the grad transfer, St. Paul, Minnesota, coming over from Texas Southern, was a SWAC Player of the Year, and he's the second leading scorer in the WAC, 19.5. And he poured in 29 against Grand Canyon on Thursday. So with any kind of a game here tonight, he'll probably be the conference player of the week. And by the way, he's got 3 of those already. Joyner gives it up to Briggs. Briggs hesitated on the jumper back.
For the basket, using his quickness. He's giving up some size. Going to attack with the dribble.
Chua. Here's Hadley, pretty good three-point shooter. Harris pulls the trigger. Left.
What have you seen the last couple of possessions? Patience on the offensive end, getting good shots.
Pardon me, just a 1-point game after that Harris made 3. Briggs, contested shot, rolls out.
Are the ones that hurt you.
Nice pass inside as 15 seconds in the first half.
This is a beautiful back cut right there.
Well done. Inside.
You got to have your head ready and your hands ready for that ball.
So the Aggies now will try to extend the lead. Free throw line.
Fundamentally sound. Finishes.
Work. Three-point game. Davis, top of the key.
Oh, yeah. How about the freshman? No fear.
And getting the start again is Rapp, a stomach bug. And so he can't be 100%. Oh, how about the maneuver there? Just missed it, Chua.
Chua had control of that board.
Under 30 seconds, about a 3-second differential. Maybe 4. Here's Lofton. 10 on the shot clock. Down to 5. Here's Lofton. Going to give it up. Chua with 2 on the clock. Misses everything. It'll be a...
It's a good switch defensively.
Rapp going to get it off in time. He dunked competitive, and that's what you would expect. 26-25. Aggies on top of the runners. You're watching the WAC Game of the Week on ESPN3. Of course, here, Seattle U beat UMKC by 2. And then Utah Valley able to get the win against Chicago State, 83-58. Midway through the second half, Grand Canyon up big, 69-51 over UTRGV. Here's Davis in lane, really played well. Had 6 points, but lost the ball. It was taken away by Lofton.
It's a good strip.
Lofton, the top scorer. He's got 13 points, looking to add to that. Left it short. Offensive rebound. They were -3 in that first half. Speaking of New Mexico State, that's a stat they typically will win. Jones had 6 rebounds in the first half. Remember, this guy's averaging a double-double. Here's Wilkins. There was 2 in the first half that the officials perhaps missed from our vantage point. And again, kind of surprised they didn't come over and look at the monitor because that's available to them. 3-point game here. Joyner gives it up to Davis. Here's Briggs. How about that help defense by Wilkins? A.J. Harris way short on the jumper. Second chance opportunity. Jones.
It's a good hustle play by J.J.
Knocked away, free ball, comes up to Joyner. Joyner, tough shot, doesn't fall. Well played again by Nadir.
Nadir, that's great defense. He's afforded that space as well. We're starting much like we did in the first half.
Holden was
on the break. You see Sean with the great pass and just gets tripped up.
26 years. Went 4-0 against New Mexico State's biggest rivalries, UTEP and also New Mexico. This one well shy. Offensive rebound, lost it. And New Mexico, it's been Brent Rapp on the floor here. But, boy, once again, bodies on the floor.
Well, I think that's why you hear the whistle.
2 national championships in the 90s. And this has, been the power of a program. And they went to Division I independent. That was tough. And, boy, they've been really good the last several seasons with Coach Barnes. He has really done a remarkable job with this program. Jones has it. Tough shot in the corner. That's off. Going inside to Briggs. As Wilkins kind of backed off. Briggs, and a steal here. And a foul. The shot did not fall by Ricky Holden, but how alert was he to step into that passing lane and draw the foul, and now a chance to take the lead at the charity stripe.
That's that energy you're talking about, coming out with aggression, getting points on the defensive end, giving yourself a chance.
Holden with 8 points coming off that career-high game against UTRGV. It was a loss, but he had 18, and now he's got 9 after that made free throw. Transfer. Again, trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. It's their second 4-game losing streak. Speaking of the Roadrunners. Lofton's got it. Now back out. Nice feed is well done. Rapp quickly back the other way. And that's
a good-looking shot. Pushing the pace.
Chua just scored moments ago. Draws a crowd. Back to Harris. Harris with the drive. And is rejected. Rapp and Ali were there. Again, the length of Bakersfield and the energy showing up on defense. Briggs. And 2:05 out of Alexandria, Egypt. Top field goal percentage in the WAC is 76%. You know why they want to give it to him inside. He finishes. Chua for 3. Front rim. Under 16 minutes to play in the second half. And this is definitely the pace of Bakersfield. Joyner. Here's Davis inside. And Ali unable to finish. Briggs second. High best on the team. The total we're talking about. Can Bakersfield sustain this amount of energy?
Well, the thing is, they've got to get quality minutes off the bench. If they can get those quality minutes to help guys rest, then they'll be good to go.
Lofton. Boy.
Wow. Stared that one down, too, with the pose.
Ties it up at 33. It's just so easy for him. Rapp inside.
He's hitting it.
Inside, because you've had Davis and Joyner scoring on the offensive end, but boy, they'd love to get something interior. Lofton. Deere. Trying to go back-to-back 3. Bakersfield continues to lead the rebounding battle, as that was Coach Barnes' #1 key. So a chance for Bakersfield to take the lead again. They led for most of that first half, and then New Mexico State came back. There's Joyner, deep 3, back iron. Chua there, tipped up as Lofton controls. Sadina Deere with a pull-up that was deflected by. Just love it.
I mean, look at the effort here. That's a great defensive effort. The guys that come in have to bring the same energy, have to bring the same spark.
Lofton looking inside. Here's McCants. He's the freshman. And Toy on him. Lost it going up. Were committed by New Mexico State. They had a chance to take the lead.
He had a nice area for a jump hook, but chose to go into the defender instead of keeping his space, just putting the shot up. Had plenty of room to get it off.
McCants goes 6-7. Inside, here is Ali. McCants on him defensively. And two. Under 13 to play. Chua. Lofton. Boy, this is a little bit shades of Utah Valley Bakersfield for me back in the WAC tournament semifinals. When that 4 overtime game.
Oh, nope, it looked like no one wanted to win it.
And that was, for Bakersfield, that was, certainly a tremendous win. Put you back in the WAC tournament final. As Chua lets fly a three, doesn't fall with an offensive rebound. But I just think that second half against New Mexico State in the final, it just wore down.
No legs.
Yeah. I think New Mexico State went on some crazy run to start that second half, and the game was over. But these two teams, they have met in Vegas consecutive seasons in the championship. Plenty of time on the clock. The Toronto Center, 36-33 in the WAC Game of the Week on ESPN3. It has been competitive throughout. As Bakersfield a chance to cut it to 1 or perhaps even tie it. Briggs working against Chua. Let's fly a baseline jumper. Will not fall. Buchanan with the rebound.
Solid defense, force him into something he doesn't want to do, but he settles for the jump shot anyway.
Buchanan gives it up. Harris, look out in the front row. Approaching 11 minutes, Chua. Here is Lofton. Able to draw the foul and will head to the free throw line. Goes Zach Lofton.
Good Brent Rapp. Second.
Two team fouls now. There is Zach Lofton. First. Have a look at the foul.
Comes over to help and gives a bump with the body.
And they had that tremendous defensive effort on Thursday against GCU. GCU only scoring 22 second-half points. They shot 25%. As Joyner misses.
Great hands and great using the low swing of the ball to get by the defender.
Lofton, no hesitation. And the lead is 8, the largest for New Mexico State. Major contact there, no call. Rapp, here's Holden. Joyner's got it baseline. And that has certainly been an issue for Bakersfield, in particular with their bigs, getting in foul trouble. Now, here is Lofton again, fires and misses. Rapp with the rebound. Said we have not brought up Damian Durham, who has been suspended indefinitely. He was such a big part of this team a season ago. He was, Jalen Arrington and Durham's effort kind of beat New Mexico State here when we were here back in February. But he has been suspended. He's not showing the type of leadership that they want him to display. As again, a Bakersfield turnover. Harris. And we expect.
It's not going to be pretty, but this is a great finish right here. Good. You see his eyes up on the rim the whole time. Might have a little.
Look and see if further action needs to be taken. I didn't think so, but have another look. Yeah, Sid, you're shaking your head. I don't see anything.
That's a basketball play. That's a blocking foul. That's a blocking.
A technical foul has been issued. Yeah, so they did call a tech. Wasn't a ton. Just Love his passion, too. A couple times after a made three and then threw an offensive foul. It means something to him, you know, and there's some passion attached to it. As we approach 9 minutes.
I love college basketball, man. It means something to these kids.
So Bakersfield, they need to get offensive in a hurry. Rapp off the window, in and out, but Davis right.
Brent Rapp just can't get one to go down for him. I mean, that's a good drive, in and out.
I think that's only his third shot attempt. He doesn't look to shoot. He loves to pass. Talked about it, the top assist man in the conference. That's a first team all-WAC preseason. A lot was expected of him. He probably hasn't exceeded those expectations, but he's been playing better as of late.
He's also getting to know a new coach. Coming off the bench, he was a starter before. I mean, a lot of things have changed for him.
Ali inside, another coach.
This is a good foul right here because this is a dunk. If you're Ali, you got to go up strong with two hands there.
Free throw shooter. Misses him. So one more coming up for Ali. And he made New Mexico State now within one. And again, that was the big stat for Bakersfield coming in. They wanted to win that stat. And they led for most of the game in that, but it's a little bit more even here in the second half as Chua gets the finish on that jump hook in the lane.
Left hand as well. That's 6 in the second half for him. And they're going to him down low against Motaz Ali.
Knocked away by Lofton. He gets it back. Spots up for three. That's short. Tipped up. And if you're Bakersfield, you've lost 4 in a row. Just a lot's on the line. You can go to 0-3 if you lose this game in conference play. And you got to go on the road for 3. Here's Ali inside. Got the.
You wanted to pick up a foul. It's a good job of playing solid defense, forcing Ali to make a good shot. But yeah, if you're Bakersfield, you're in kind of uncharted territory for the last couple of years. He's getting on the block using the left hand, the right hand, however he wants. Ali has got to force him away from his spot. Good help from Buchanan.
Harris. Here's Lofton for 3.
Basketball. Nobody's tough guys out here. Chua working down with the left hand. And again, getting inside. Great position and a great pass to get him the ball when he was ready for it by A.J. Harris. And then, I mean, the stroke is just so easy. I mean, look how easy the stroke is.
But see the passion. He's gonna do a little bit of talking. They call timeout, and have a look at it. You're gonna see 22 and 13, 23 and 22 get into it there. Which I have really enjoyed watching him in person tonight. Joyner, boy, nice crossover. Points in the second half.
They are.
See if they can get him going. In their top scorer on the season. Inside to Chua, and Chua has been
killing it with the left hand right now. The left hand is devastating. They'll be there and on hand.
They have to be so fired up to finally be able to participate in the postseason. Dan Marley's crew going to add some extra energy at the Orleans. Harris with 9 on the clock. Buchanan thought about it. Rapp goes past him. Too strong. Rebound.
Good way.
They have to contribute. You lose a Damian Durham, and we don't know when he's going to be back. Suspended indefinitely.
10 points a game.
Boom here. 15-point advantage. Joyner's got it. Inside to Ali. Great player in the conference, 76%. Pressure here by Bakersfield. 4.5 to play. They need a lot of things to happen good for them to come back. Jones, he has been quiet in this game.
It's travel. 6 rebounds in this game early on, but hasn't been heard from in the second half.
the scary thing is they haven't needed him
No.
in the second half. That is a frightening. 4 minutes. Jones, where he left his feet as Endear got poked in the eye by Briggs. Harris working on Joyner, the freshman. Harris, the help defense by Ali. Here's Briggs. 3 Aggies back defensively. Ali's got it in the paint. Oh, looking to go to 3-0 in conference play. Able to beat the pressure, not a problem. Been impressed with how this team has performed on the road. They're about to improve to 6-1. And this team picked second in both the coaches and media poll in the preseason conference numbers. That's something special. They lost the WAC Player of the Year a season ago, Ian Baker. He's in the G League, playing for I think it's the South Bay Lakers. Trying to get the tip in New Mexico State.
I think the last two, you think back to Thursday night as well.
That game.
And that takes it to a different level for these guys. And now they get to go back home and put a homestand together.
And they'll have Seattle U and Utah Valley. That Utah Valley game. Seattle U playing much better. That's
going to be a great game.
And that'll be on ESPN3. So
I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
And if you're Bakersfield now, this is a tough one. And, you know, maybe if they have Rapp, maybe a nice pass by Jones. Has been terrific in the second half. But how about the look by Jones? Well, Davis thought about the 3. Holden coming off that career high of 18 points. Not as much success again
from the offense.
Good defender and a good backup. The only 8 seed to ever do that. And so, yeah, it's just an adjustment of getting these new players.
And
because we know Coach Barnes is
when you're 18-year-old kid,
great job his first year as the head coach here. He was around in 1 year, longtime assistant at Wichita State. Helped recruit Ron Baker, by the way, in the NBA. That situation suspended indefinitely, so love to see. And they break the press easy as Endear with the jam. Back to a 12-point game. Missed. Fine. For WAC Player of the Week, that would be his 4th. 62-48. Joyner for 3. Got part of some great programs at which,
he's got up on his guys.
8 of 8. He's got 28. Remember, this followed a 29-point performance on Thursday. Joyner trying to make a back-to-back threes. Can't. Rebound by Chua. This is the one thing he hasn't done tonight, and he does it. So it'll be a tie with Utah Valley.
Great game. Great game.
Joyner on the drive. Misses.
A matchup with Utah Valley. Gonna take care of the immediate one.
Beat Illinois. This team has responded well to his coaching, no question. Ricky misses on the 3. Offensive putback for him. And now good sportsmanship here by New Mexico State. They'll just dribble out the clock, I think. Yes. Harris